Hey guys, it's JQ Crafty. Welcome back to another Tuesdays in the Attic, where we are working with Dusty Attic sketches. And I'm actually going to play with some Dusty Attic products as well today on our lovely 2-page spread. I've got this, I think it's, I don't remember what it's called. It's number 5 on embellishments and things on their website. They are an Australian company, but shipping still super fast. Like, they did awesome. Like, it got here way faster than I thought it would. But I've got these awesome delicate, I think it's supposed to be like chain link fence or netting. I can't remember at the moment. I should have looked this up before I recorded this, but I wanted to show you guys this because where those pieces are in the sketch where it showed film strips, I'm going to put these instead with some mixed media in the background. But we're still playing with that paper issues kit. I kind of already went ahead and grabbed 2 pieces of cardstock, just white, and then 2 papers that I'm going to use. And we're going to kind of celebrate the cat in our life with this 2-page spread layout, do some pictures. I'm going to actually end up getting an additional photo on here. In one of the spots, there's going to be 2 instead of just 1 large photo. So we're going to even squeeze another photo on here. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of mixed media, using some pinks and stuff. There was some ephemera in this kit that was cat, so I thought, perfect, I can get that used up. And yeah, we'll get this done. So let's get started.
All right, so first thing I'm going to do, what I like to do whenever I do a 2-page layout like this, when there's something that's spanning across the center. Well, one, I guess I'm getting all the pieces kind of cut down, but then I will lay the 2 pieces of cardstock right next to each other and actually washi tape them together so that it's like seamless, so that you can just do the design and then you just cut it apart later. It works best for me to do it that way just because seeing it, visualizing it works really well. If I'm going to do a 2-page spread where there's not something spanning across, I don't do this. Or if I already have pieces cut that I can line up the seam with the seam of the pages, like, then I'm not worried. But if I do it this way, I always do the washi tape trick.
While I was explaining that, I had trimmed down that like pink lattice kind of pattern paper. I trimmed it a little bit more after I started laying my photos out and how tall I wanted it, or how short I wanted it. So got that to where I want it, and then lined up this other paper that honestly kind of looks like colored sticky notes. Tiny colored sticky notes all over it. Got that lined up how I'm going to want that. And I'm just trimming down my photos so that they fit nicely in there. Like I said, that strip isn't as long as it probably could have been. I think I cut it a little short, but it works. It works because there's a lot of extra just space on my photos anyway that I can trim down. Oh, here I'm fixing that paper. I'm realizing that one I want a little bit shorter. It doesn't go as far onto the right-hand page as I thought it would. So now I'm going to start gluing that stuff down, get all my paper layers glued, and then the photos, and I'm not going to mat them or anything. We're just going to put them straight down on the paper. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I mat. I really like the look of like multiple mats, especially mats of like scraps and like so it looks like tons of texture and layers behind it. That's like my favorite look. But sometimes I'm finding doing these like clean 2-page spreads are also some of my favorites. So, I mean, 2-page spread doesn't have to be just clean and simple, but like this one turns out very clean and simple, and I really like it. And sometimes it's just a nice break. I feel like I like variety in my albums. And so if I had albums just full of like pages that took me days because of mixed media, it would kind of be like, okay, show me something different, right? So it's nice to have just a nice, clean, simple layout every once in a while. So getting those all put down, and then I'm going to grab, so I was going to do some mixed media,
And in this instant, we're just going to do some stenciling. So I'm actually using a Dusty Attic stencil as well. Their stencils are awesome for how much details in them. They don't bend, are like the little details like don't bend or break when I stencil through. I really like their stencils. I think I might have to, when I'm done with my little spending break, I might have to do some more. Maybe they do, I don't know. Do they do some specials for Christmas or anything? Maybe I'll get some stuff, but I got a few stencils and I just love them. So I'm kind of glad I'm getting some chipboard and some stencils used on the same page. So I'm using some worn lipstick and rusty hinge. And basically what I did is I just took that, it was kind of a lattice and ink droplet stencil, and I just kind of blended both those colors together in those 3 areas as well that I'm going to put the chipboard laser cut pieces, which are super delicate, but they look really awesome. It kind of goes with the feel of the little, I don't know. I don't mind the different grungy texture with some of the crisp clean lines. I kind of like that mixture. So you guys have to tell me what you think or what you like to do. If you like to keep the overall feel of the whole page the same, but I like to add some of that in. It's fun to me. So I went ahead and did that. I didn't show you the whole thing, and then I glued down all the texture. And now I'm going through all the ephemera and picking those things out. I had a border strip that I decided to use that is not long enough, clearly, to go across the whole thing. So I'm going to span the gaps and add some things in that are not in the sketch. But I like them. I could have played around with them a little more, maybe, I think, but I like what I put in. And I could still even add more to these pages. I don't know, right now, they're the way I want them to be, but sometimes I know I will add to it. I don't ever redo pages. I know there's some people out there that do that. No, it's done, it's done. If I like it, if I don't really like it, it's fine. It's still going in the album. My whole goal is to document the memories. It doesn't matter if I personally am like, oh, I don't really like this page. It's going in the album. I don't care. But I do like this crisp cream look. And so basically what's happening is I have the 3 clusters that are going around the page with the lattice and the ink. And then this one's kind of spanning up to that chipboard framed photo. I used one of the chipboard frames, which was super nice to use. And then I'm going to have kind of a little journaling spot up here to span the gap of the border, as well as the word smile on the right-hand page. And so that stuff's not in the sketch. So it kind of looks awkward because that stuff is not in the sketch and it doesn't really balance anything. I feel like I should have put something on the bottom, is what I was kind of getting at with all that mumbo jumbo talk a few seconds ago. I feel like I should have balanced it with something on the bottom, because that right there is just not, there's just something missing. Because my title ends up being much smaller too. So I don't know. You guys have to tell me what you think, but it is fine. Will I adjust it? More than likely not. Can I? Sure, but I don't know if I'll do it. Now I'm just gluing down all these little clusters. So last week I was talking about using this cut up strip of white, like shimmery border strip from the Bella Wood that I had cut off from this mini kit. And so I'm using it this time. So I like the whole white strip kind of anchoring those little clusters around those areas. I'm popping some of the stuff on foam just because with that chipboard, it's higher up. So to balance it so it doesn't all glue down wonky, I'm going to put a bunch of it up on foam. So the camera, the cat, and that journaling section, and then I'll add a chipboard piece over there too. That all gets put up on foam so that it easily spans to the chipboard frame and connects with that chipboard lattice stuff I have down on the bottom. I can't wait to take some of the Dusty Attic stuff that I have and like color it. That'll be fun. Put some gesso on it and play and make it whatever color. I just haven't done it yet. Been busy doing other projects, so maybe on one of these that are coming up, maybe I'll get to do that. I'm realizing now, like when I shopped for Dusty Attic stuff, I shopped like in the wintertime here. So I bought a lot of wintertime themed things, and now I'm like scrapbooking all these rainbowy, happy, summery type layouts. And I'm like, I should have bought some summery stuff. Like, what was I thinking? I should have got an array of things, but I didn't. I kind of did, but I didn't. I got an array of products, but not really an array of seasons. Kind of, yeah, not really. So now I decided, I was asking my son, what should I name this title? He's like, Millie, because that's the cat's name. So that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna stick her name down right here above that chipboard. And then I do add some journaling up in that upper little journaling spot that I created up there, and then below as well. So here comes some close-ups. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Tuesdays in the Attic. Bye.